Hey, welcome back to the show. I've got another GraphTech nerd discussion with you all today. Really excited to check it out, but this is one of my favourite guitars I've ever had. It's been used in countless videos. I've had it since 09 or 07, actually 07. And it's an amazing guitar, but one thing I find is it's renowned for breaking strings right at the bridge. And I was even using it in last week's show of Exodus, Bonded by Blood Records and Riffs, and the A string just broke right at the bridge where it always does. I've tried everything over the years. I've tried like getting in there with a really fine round file and just trying to round off the hard edges and just trying to make it so that this guitar just doesn't break strings. I just find that the E and the A string just break constantly, and but apart from being heavily corroded and really showing its age there, it absolutely sounds phenomenal. So I guess it's time to try out a replacement bridge for this guitar, and GraphTech make tunermatic style bridges, exactly the same specs as what was on this Jackson, but instead of having the metal saddles, this comes out in a high density polymer plastic saddles that it's like the GraphTech material, and it's heavily lubricated and just allows the strings to glide over the top, and apparently they just don't break strings as often. I know I've got a really heavy hand and I just really push through those strings, and I'm just renowned for breaking the E and A string just when I'm just chugging away and just getting really excited on riffs. But this guitar all these years, to me, it's one of those guitars that the harder you play and the harder you just really saw through those riffs, the more it just projects and it just sounds better. So it's like this, it just keeps getting better and better, and I just get more excited and the sound is fantastic, but then the string breaks. But anyway, we'll just check out the specs. I'm on the GraphTech webpage. So I've chosen the ResoMax NV2 with the 6mm posts, just with the flat tip screwdriver posts, rather than just the little tiny ball sticking up the top, the 4mm posts. And as you can see in the picture, I'll just zoom in. This has that sort of that GraphTech substance on each of these, just so that the string can really sort of rounded go over the top. And something that's really cool that I noticed, just to save some money if your bridge isn't heavily corroded and need a replacement like mine, you can just get the little saddle pieces, and it's pretty simple to choose and get the right one for your guitar. Is when you flip over the Tone Pro's bridge, it shows exactly what it is. It shows the markings, and then you can just cross-reference those markings and come down in the list and just choose the exact pieces that you want. And you can purchase them individually just to fit your guitar. But for me, I'm just going the whole bridge. I don't actually want to take out the actual posts that are going into the guitar. I don't want to pull out the Roseanne studs at all. I don't want to remove those if I don't have to. They're part of the earth on the guitar. There's a ground wire going to them, and I'd hate to think that I go to remove them and like leave them out and like a whole lot of paint just flakes off. That would be really upsetting. Then just reading a little bit about the replacement bridge I'm putting in. It comes with our patented string saver saddles to greatly reduce string breakage and improves tuning stability. It tells you roughly what guitars it's going to go on, and the NV2 is made from a proprietary lightweight ResoMax alloy that will leave each note dripping in tone and harmonics. And it brings us down to the guides here, where they've got excellent drawings, super comprehensive about every different measurement. Right now it's a 12-inch saddle radius. I'm not exactly sure what they use on the Jackson. I assume it's 12-inch as well, but the fact that these are 12-inch to 16-inch compound radius fretboard, I really don't know. We'll compare that. We'll just see how that goes. It's something that I don't really know yet, but it tells you all the post threads and everything about it, the saddle heights, the spacing between the poles, and even goes down to the bushing, outer diameters. But I figured today we'll just go through it, see what's actually written on my bridge, get rid of these strings. Just taking rough measurements of my bridge. So this one right here, this is a BH 1993 bridge. And back to that chart, we come down, it says, the BH series, and there's an asterisk, may require slight modification. So I guess if I was just to replace the saddles in this, I may need to just sand them or do something ever so slightly. And just a real close-up picture of the bridge that came off the guitar. It's definitely in need of an upgrade, but so just taking the new bridge out of the pack, you can just see the GraphTech pieces in there. It's very nice, it's very refined. The magnetic pieces in there, if I just remove that, just sort of snaps into place. That's really cool. But something I'm just feeling, if I take them off especially, but just the weight of them both, the GraphTech bridge, I wouldn't say it's half the weight, but it's substantially lighter. Like I can really feel, like I'm actually concerned about the tone on this because it's so light. It's hollow, it's not just the solid piece. So this would be really interesting just to go through the tone test and see how this works. It's going to be a little bit different, it may feel different, but just the actual light weight of this, it's unbelievable. And then winding out the studs there, the old Jackson one, and the threads and everything, it all just matches. The old corroded posts, they're not magnetic at all. We're on the Jackson guitar. You might be able to see it there, the actual corrosion, everything on that, it's quite bad. And that just drops clean into place on that guitar. Just sort of snaps in. That's actually really nice. It's all in a very similar layout. The intonation will check exactly when I've got the strings on, but for now it's just similar positions, same sort of string length. Bridge matches the guitar beautifully. And then just put on my strings. String joy 10 to 52 on all my guitars. I really like the beefier heavy bottom end, but again, string joy are fantastic. I just love the way that you can buy these and have your own custom sets, and they don't charge any extra to set up your custom set. I just really like that. They're just fantastic strings all around. They last, they stay in tune. Great strings. I've tuned it, intonation's all set up, and just strumming it acoustically, just in the room, you can really get a feel for how the guitar sounds, but interesting, it definitely feels a bit brighter than it did before. The strings are definitely ringing a lot more. It seems to project a lot more. But the definitive test for science, head first, lamb chopper mod. And in the front of that amp, I'm just running my wild overdrive and my Master Effects nerve agent pedal, which is just a mid boost, and it's totally insane. Sounds like a fire breathing dragon, but honestly, after that, it sounds different. It's got a different tone to it. It's not as sort of heavy and dead sounding. It's more of like a really lively, brightened up sort of, a lot more mid-range coming through actually. It's a different sounding guitar now. Not bad in any way. It still sounds like I wanted to saw through those riffs and just really make it heavier, but it's a lot brighter in a way. I'll just try a bit of EQ in the effects loop. I guess there you have it, guys. This has been a really interesting nerd discussion. I didn't think the bridge was going to change the tone so much. It's a shame that I couldn't just do a before and after tone for you guys, but you can trust me on this that it's just really bright sounding now. It's a different sound. It feels really nice, but this is the ResoMax NV2 bridge with the string saver saddles. I guess it's just brought this guitar back for me. It's a great sounding guitar still, and hopefully now it doesn't break the strings and it just lasts. But until next time, guys, take care.